Welcome back. This is Retirement News Online. Most financial plans rely upon a straight line return that represents a flat average annual rate of return. Now, this method works for simplicity's sake, but it does not represent the reality of investment performance or how financial markets actually operate. Probability analysis takes into account various return scenarios and the likelihood of achieving one's investment objectives given the reality of volatile returns. The most common probability analysis is called the Monte Carlo Simulation. I'm sure you've heard of that at some point. My guest, Jeremy Reif in Wausau, Wisconsin, is here to talk about it. Jeremy, welcome. The Monte Carlo simulation is often used to predict whether or not a client will run out of money in retirement. Now, how does that work?
Yeah, well, Monte Carlo was something that was created for the military years ago and now applied to the financial world. It's become more of a standard for financial planners to use in their practice. Monte Carlo runs thousands of iterations of what-ifs. It's designed to help simulate market conditions to give advisors useful information to help clients make more sound or educated decisions. What if the first few years of retirement are the best financial markets? Typically, we're not concerned about that, but more importantly, what if the first few years of retirement are the worst financial markets? Upon taking withdrawals and the markets going down at the same time, can one still afford to retire, or will they end up going back to work to support their lifestyle?
So, Jeremy, now explain the concept of a safe withdrawal rate, if there is one.
Okay. Forms of media have the general populace brainwashed into thinking that they need X amount of dollars in their nest egg for retirement. Really, it comes down to lifestyle and living within their means, meaning one will need to start off with enough money in their nest egg to support the desired lifestyle that they want to live. The withdrawal rate just helps keep clients within a check and balance by planning for things that allows people to sometimes stretch their withdrawal rates.
So, talking about withdrawal rates in the past, one popular strategy was called the 4% rule. Is that still valid?
Yes. For people without a plan, a general rule of thumb is to take 4% or less of your principal per year in order to statistically maintain the principal. With the recent reduction in interest rates for the last several years, may or may not still be enforced, but it's still a general rule of thumb. Sometimes in order to stretch the distribution rate, specific products are used.
Well, finally, Jeremy, can you explain how an annuity might apply here?
Sure. Annuities, kind of getting back to that 4% rule, this sometimes can help people potentially get a higher distribution rate that's often locked into a contract. Annuities often get a bad rap from the Susie Ormans of the world. The real problem is that not everybody needs an annuity. Annuities have their time and place for specific people and specific situations, most commonly for those that are looking to have steady streams of income to help with the probability of making retirement. It's also used for high income earners to defer taxes on non-qualified accounts. And lastly, towards the end of a financial plan, they might be used for people wanting to do unique charitable planning.
Great, Jeremy. Thanks again. My guest has been Jeremy Reif in Wausau, Wisconsin, and this is Retirement News Online.